11 hidden cruise tricks cruise lines are keeping quiet about purposely. There are two types of cruise passengers, the ones who follow the rules and the ones who quietly learn how to bend them. This video is for the second group. We're diving into the kind of cruise tricks that don't show up in the app, aren't mentioned at check-in, and definitely aren't posted on any signs. These are the real deal secrets, things that seasoned cruisers have figured out, shared in deep Reddit threads, or picked up from observant crew. And cruise lines? They'd rather you not know. Let's get into it. Starting with the one that'll save you the most money first. Number 1. Turn onboard credit into cash via slots. You're not supposed to do this, but let's be real. Everyone who knows does. Cruise lines love giving out onboard credit as a perk, but they expect you to spend it on their terms. Spa treatments, overpriced drinks, maybe a bingo card if you're feeling wild. But here's the trick. Take that onboard credit and load it onto a slot machine. Place one teeny tiny bet, like one spin, then cash out whatever's left. Boom. Instant refund in real money, not cruise credit. No, you're not breaking rules. It's totally allowed. They just don't advertise it because obviously they'd rather you lost it all in the casino. Some people even use the same trick to pay for tips or excursions. It just depends what the casino lets you do with the cash out. But either way, you're unlocking real flexibility that cruise lines would rather you didn't know about. Number 2. Early cabin swap trick, within 48 hours. Let's say you open the door to your cabin and yikes, it's next to the engine room, or under the nightclub. Or worse, you've got that mystery mildew smell. Don't just suffer through it. Go straight to guest services on day 1 and be polite, not panicked. Most cruise lines keep a handful of spare cabins for emergencies or last-minute upgrades. If you're fast and have a valid reason, like noise, smells, or even mobility needs, you've got a decent shot at switching to a better room. No upgrade fee, no begging required, just good timing. The key? You've got to act quickly. Once those backup rooms are claimed or resold, they're gone. Wait until day 3 and you're stuck with the room that shakes every time the anchor moves. Number 3. Off-menu and subsidiary dining options you can unlock. Cruise menus are just the beginning, not the full story. In the main dining room, you can ask for 2 mains, 2 desserts, or even just say, "I can't decide," and they'll often bring both. You're not being greedy. It's allowed. And here's a lesser-known hack. Night 1 at specialty restaurants is your golden opportunity. Since most people haven't booked yet, they'll quietly offer 20 to 50% discounts just to fill seats. Ask your waiter or check the app. Sometimes, they even throw in a free glass of wine. But the real secret? Some chefs will whip up something off-menu, if the kitchen isn't slammed and you ask nicely. Maybe a pasta without the sauce, or a dish you saw at lunch. It's not guaranteed, but it does happen. Just don't go full Gordon Ramsay on them. Kindness gets you further than complaints. Number 4. Behavior-based offers. You're being watched. Think that discount offer just randomly showed up in your app? Think again. Cruise lines are watching you. Not in a creepy binoculars from the balcony way, but digitally. They track where you go, what you almost buy, how long you stare at that drink package, and even which activities you click on but don't book. Then, boom, you get a special limited time offer for that exact thing later in the cruise. Maybe it's a massage at 30% off, or a drink package upgrade for $20 less. You think it's a lucky break, but it's just smart behavioral targeting. You were this close to buying, and now they're nudging you over the line.
20% off. Only 4 spots left today.
Could be nice.
Treat yourself.
All right, you win.
It's clever, it's sneaky, and once you know it, you can play the game too. Hover over the things you want, don't buy yet, and wait to see what pops up later. Number 5. Drop a pin at the dock and save your embark point. This is one of those so simple it's genius tricks that seasoned cruisers swear by. When you step off the ship in port, before you rush toward the souvenir shops or start your tour, open Google Maps or Apple Maps and drop a pin exactly where the ship is docked. Why? Because some ports are huge, chaotic, or have multiple terminals that all kind of look the same. If you're exploring solo or taking a local taxi back, finding your way can turn into a frustrating scavenger hunt. But with that pin, you've got a digital breadcrumb trail straight to the gangway. No guessing. No wandering around sweaty and lost while the ship horn starts blasting. It's such an easy move, and it might just save you from being that person sprinting back while everyone watches from their balcony with popcorn. Before we move on, I just want to say I appreciate you all so much for choosing to watch my Cruise Tips channel. Honestly, it means the world to me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It helps more than you know. And if you enjoyed the video so far, giving it a like and sharing it really helps it reach more cruisers like you. If you've made it this far, you're officially amazing. If you want, type cruise for you in the comments. I read everyone, and I'll personally thank you there. Number 6. Hidden alternate breakfast cafes. Here's a fun little cruise math equation. Buffet plus 2,000 sleepy hangry passengers plus 1 poor omelet station equals pure chaos.
How long's the wait for an omelet?
About 3 minutes, sir. Almost done here.
3 feels like 30.
You missed the shore excursion at this
Cheese
rate.
and peppers coming right up.
But what if I told you there's a quieter, calmer, better way to start your morning? Yep. While everyone else is fighting over the last cinnamon roll at the buffet, the smart cruisers are sipping coffee in peace at the ship's secret breakfast cafes. Most people don't even notice them. They're tucked away, like a cafe version of Narnia. Spots like Java Blue on Carnival or International Cafe on Princess are open early, serve up pastries, fruit, even yogurt, and almost no one's there. No crowd, no tray traffic jams, just peaceful pastry eating like a civilized human. It's free, it's calm, and it doesn't come with the side of elbows in your scrambled eggs. Number 7. Your unfinished wine bottle stays with you. Let's say you're feeling fancy. You order a nice bottle of wine with dinner. You sip, you swirl, you savor. But by the end of the meal, you've still got half a bottle left. Most people panic. Do I chug this like a college student?
That hits the spot.
Do I just leave it behind? Nope. Here's the classy cruiser trick. Your waiter will actually label your wine with your cabin number and store it for you. They'll even bring it to your next dinner spot later in the cruise if you ask nicely. It's like your wine has its own little passport and room key, and this isn't some weird favor. It's totally allowed, just not something they shout about on the loudspeakers. So don't waste money buying wine by the glass every night. Play it smart, bottle it up, and let your Cabernet follow you around like a loyal dog. Number 8. Book a post-cruise tour that ends at the airport. So your cruise is over, you're off the ship by 9 a.m., but your flight doesn't leave until dinner time. Now you're stuck dragging your suitcase around like a lost tourist, eyeing airport chairs like they're 5-star lounges. But here's a much smarter move. Book a post-cruise shore tour that ends at the airport. Seriously, many cruise lines and local operators offer excursions that let you sightsee for a few hours and then drop you straight at the terminal. You get one last adventure and skip the stress of figuring out transport. No awkward cafe loitering. No overpriced airport transfers, just one final hurrah before you're herded into boarding gates and overpriced snack traps. It's the cruise send-off you didn't know you needed. Number 9. Hidden quiet spots. Like the nightclub? Most people never think of this, but one of the best places to find peace and quiet during the day is the nightclub. Yeah, that same spot that turns into a sweaty, neon, DJ blaring mosh pit by midnight. During the day, it's often totally deserted. The doors are usually open, the music's off, and the mood lighting is way less rave, way more chill. Bring a book, do a bit of work, maybe knock out some study time if it's a working holiday. Nobody will bother you. In fact, you'll probably forget you're even on a cruise. Some nightclubs even have the best panoramic views on the entire ship. Just maybe don't walk in there at 10 p.m. with a laptop and a novel. People will stare. And no one wants to be that guy studying in the middle of the dance floor under a disco ball.
It's surprising how loud peace can feel when you choose it.
Number 10. Bring a charging cable that could lasso a cow. Let's be real. Cruise ship cabins were not designed with your phone addiction in mind. You finally get to your room, ready to scroll in bed after sail away. And the only outlet is across the room, under the vanity, behind a chair, next to the hairdryer. Who designed this? That's why smart cruisers bring a 10-foot charging cable. Not the sad little one that came with your phone. I'm talking one that could lasso a small cow, plug it in wherever the ship decided electricity should exist, then snake it all the way to your pillow fort. You'll be charging, doom scrolling, and replying to texts like a cruise pro, without contorting yourself into yoga poses just to check your notifications. Number 11. Hidden kitchen escalators, waiter back route knowledge. I've heard this from a few long-time cruisers, and I want to be super clear. I'm not advising you break rules, just sharing what some guests say they've noticed. Secret paths the crew uses that you may glimpse if you're observant. On larger ships, crew don't always use the same public hallways that you do. They have hidden stairwells, staff elevators, and back corridors connecting kitchens, storage areas, and service decks. In fact, many cruise ship insiders mention that these crew-only passageways allow them to move food and supplies quickly without interfering with guest traffic. Some passengers say they've followed waiters disappearing into a side door only to pop up on another deck or corridor a floor above, effectively bypassing crowded hallways or slow elevators. It's like sneaking through the backstage of the ship. Again, this is not an official tip, and I'm not saying you should wander off into off-limit zones, but knowing these routes exist can help you notice patterns. Maybe a door left ajar near the crew zone, or a hallway that feels too quiet for its surroundings. That's your hint the crew is using something hidden. And if you ever see someone walking purposefully behind plain doors that don't match to guest areas, follow your instincts. Just don't be surprised if there's no signage pointing you the way.